Welcome to Practical Learning. This is the summary of the novel Sanditon, written by Jane Austen. Remember that it is the final, unfinished novel written by Jane Austen, and even though it was never completed, it still feels lively, fresh, and full of promise. The story begins in a quiet English countryside, where a young woman named Charlotte Heywood lives with her large and affectionate family. Charlotte is sensible, observant, and intelligent. She is not dramatic or foolish. She enjoys simple pleasures and has a calm, thoughtful nature. Her life has been peaceful and predictable until one unexpected event changes everything. One day, a carriage accident occurs near the Heywood family home. A gentleman named Mr. Parker is traveling with his wife when the carriage overturns. Though the injuries are minor, the Heywoods kindly invite the travelers into their home to recover. This small accident becomes the turning point of Charlotte's life. Mr. Parker is energetic, talkative, and full of grand ideas. From the moment he enters the house, he begins speaking enthusiastically about a small seaside village called Sanditon. He describes it as a place of opportunity, health, and future greatness. According to him, the sea air has special healing powers, and the town is on the edge of becoming the most fashionable resort in England. He speaks with such excitement that it is difficult not to be drawn in by his vision. Mr. Parker, however, is very different from her husband. She believes herself to be constantly ill. She talks endlessly about headaches, delicate nerves, and imaginary weaknesses. Yet, despite her complaints, she appears lively and active. Her constant concern with her health becomes both amusing and revealing. During their stay, Mr. Parker grows fond of Charlotte's intelligence and steady character. He is impressed by her manners and her thoughtful observations. Before leaving, he warmly invites her to visit Sanditon and stay with his family. For Charlotte, who has rarely traveled beyond her small community, the invitation feels exciting and slightly adventurous. With her family's support, she agrees to go.
When Charlotte arrives in Sanditon, her first impression is one of curiosity mixed with surprise. The town is not quite what Mr. Parker described. It is small and still under construction. There are a few elegant houses along a terrace overlooking the sea, but much of the land remains undeveloped. The air is fresh, and the ocean stretches beautifully along the coast, yet the grand future Mr. Parker speaks of feels distant. Still, there is energy in the air. Sanditon is filled with ambition. Everyone seems to believe in its bright future. Charlotte is introduced to the Parker family. Among them is Sidney Parker, Mr. Parker's younger brother. Sidney is handsome, well-traveled, and serious in manner. Unlike his brother, he does not speak endlessly about the town's potential. He seems more practical and cautious. At first, his attitude toward Charlotte is polite but distant. He observes more than he speaks. Another Parker sibling, Diana Parker, is lively and dramatic. Like Mrs. Parker, she is deeply interested in health. She passionately believes in sea bathing, special diets, and new treatments. She talks quickly and confidently, always offering advice about how to improve one's condition. Her energy is impressive, though sometimes overwhelming. Soon, Charlotte meets Lady Denham, one of the wealthiest women connected to Sanditon. Lady Denham supports the town's development, but her support is not purely generous. She hopes that as Sanditon grows, her own property will increase in value. She is sharp-tongued, observant, and highly concerned with money. She enjoys judging others and making bold comments. Living under Lady Denham's protection is a young woman named Clara Brereton. Clara is quiet, pale, and modest. She appears grateful for her position, but seems to live carefully, aware that her security depends entirely on Lady Denham's favor. There is something mysterious about her silence, as if she hides deeper thoughts behind her calm face.
Another important figure in Sanditon is Miss Lamb, a wealthy young woman from the West Indies. She is shy and reserved, and because of her fortune, she quickly becomes the center of attention. Several young men show interest in her,
though it is clear that their attraction may be directed more toward her wealth than her personality. Charlotte observes this behavior closely and feels uneasy about it. As the days pass, Charlotte becomes more familiar with Sanditon's rhythm. Sea bathing is treated as a serious matter. The residents speak constantly about the health benefits of salt water and fresh air. Plans for new buildings are discussed daily. Everyone dreams of fashionable visitors arriving in large numbers. Yet Charlotte begins to see that beneath this excitement lies something else: ambition mixed with self-interest. Mr. Parker's optimism is charming, but sometimes unrealistic. He invests time, money, and hope into Sanditon, believing fully in its success. He sees only the bright future, not the risks. Charlotte admires his passion, but quietly wonders if such confidence can always be trusted. Sydney Parker becomes more interesting to her as time goes on. Though he appears reserved, he is intelligent and perceptive. He has traveled widely and understands society beyond the small circle of Sanditon. He does not blindly believe in every new trend. Instead, he weighs situations carefully. When he speaks, his words carry thought and meaning. Charlotte and Sydney do not instantly become close. Their early conversations are formal and cautious, but gradually, small moments reveal understanding between them. Sydney begins to respect Charlotte's honesty and insight. Charlotte sees that beneath his serious expression lies fairness and strength. Meanwhile, Sanditon continues to reveal its flaws. Lady Denham frequently discusses money and inheritance. She measures people by their wealth and position. Clara Brereton's situation remains uncertain, and subtle tensions suggest hidden motives. Miss Lamb continues to attract attention, though she seems uncomfortable with being treated like a prize.
Through it all, Charlotte remains the steady observer. She notices how quickly people attach importance to money. She sees how ambition can lead to both progress and selfishness. She begins to understand that while Sanditon represents growth and modern ideas, it also reflects human weakness. There are hints of romance in the air. Marriage is discussed often, usually in connection with wealth. Suitable matches are considered carefully. Charlotte senses that love and financial security are often mixed together in complicated ways. Sydney's character deepens as the story progresses. He shows signs of caring deeply about responsibility and fairness. Though he may seem proud, he does not treat others lightly. In quiet moments, his conversations with Charlotte carry warmth beneath their calm surface. The sea remains a powerful presence in the story. It symbolizes hope, healing, and possibility, yet it also mirrors uncertainty. Just as waves rise and fall, so do the ambitions of Sanditon. Because the novel was left unfinished, we do not witness a final resolution. The romantic tension between Charlotte and Sydney remains developing, not complete. The future of Sanditon remains uncertain. But even without a traditional ending, the story carries meaning. In the middle of ambition and excitement, Charlotte grows wiser. She learns that progress is not always pure. She sees that wealth can influence affection. She understands that intelligence and sincerity are more valuable than fashionable enthusiasm. The charm of Sanditon lies in its gentle humor. It quietly makes fun of society's obsession with health cures and new trends. It shows how people can become carried away by dreams of success. At the same time, it treats its characters with understanding rather than cruelty. By the time the story pauses, Charlotte has changed. She has stepped beyond her quiet countryside life and seen a world filled with schemes, hopes, and social ambition. She has learned to observe carefully and judge fairly. I hope you have enjoyed this story, but please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.